and Waddell. Practicing acceptance. Practicing acceptance, and Waddell.
Acceptance. Accepting the things you cannot change. Madam Toastmaster, judges, fellow Toastmasters, and friends. There's three areas I'd like to share with you where I've had to practice acceptance. First area is when I transitioned from Francophone to Anglophone. Second area is when I turned over 40 and the effect of aging. Third area of acceptance is when I donated my kidney to my husband and the consequences. First area, Francophone to Anglophone. Picture this, I was 20 years old, I left Quebec. I've never been outside the province. I'm thankful they let me out of the country. Couldn't speak English, never been on a plane. I flew to Regina to join the RCMP. Shortly into training, I was really excited to share with the rest of my troop mates how excited I was about this pubic relation class. Funny, but can also be very life-threatening. Shortly into my posting, my partner and I were called up to be of assistance to another detachment to set up a roadblock. So we did as planned. We set up the spike belt, and the other vehicle were coming down chasing a armed, dangerous criminal. And everything went as planned as the vehicle went over the spike belt, and he came to a stop about half a kilometer down the road, to the side of the road. In the meantime, my partner and I removed the spike belt, proceeded in our vehicle to join up with the rest of the vehicles. A lot of commotions were going over the radio, a lot of excitement, and comments like, be careful, everybody take cover, he's armed, he's dangerous, he's aiming the rifle. We are coming down the highway at high-speed chase. I am the driver, you have to picture this. I am 5'5", 120 pounds, good old days. 240 pounds, 6'4". I'm sticking above the steering wheel about 2 inches. 2/3 of his body is showing up. We are racing down the highway towards the rest of our partners. When my partner yells out, as we get closer, pull over, I hear, run him over. Total sense. Save lives and save taxpayers' money. Away we go. As we get really close, my partner realizes that I did not understand. He yells out a 4-letter word, and I quickly understood. Stop! I came to a screeching halt, but you know what? It served its purpose. The criminal surrendered. I was going to run him over. Screaming and yelling that I had to be reported and locked up. I say, transition, Francophone to Anglophone. Second area of acceptance was when I turned over 40 and a little bit more, and the effect of aging was quickly felt when I tried to re-engage in the RCMP 20 years later. They turned me down. I thought, how dare they? So what if I have to wear thicker underwear? So what if I have to use reading glasses and I can just see myself trying to pull a vehicle over using the PA system? Hey, Sonny, can you back up just a little bit? That's your license plate. What can I say? You know, I still do have $1 million figure. The only challenge is it's all in loose change. Part of the testing to be engaged was I had to undergo a hearing test, and they found out I had quite a bit of damage in my right ear and required a hearing aid. And not too long ago, as I was trying to get ready for work, I couldn't find it. My husband was assisting me in finding it, and a few minutes later he comes up to me and says, honey, just hold on for a minute here. Can you stand still? He comes close to me and he says, well, what's this in your ear? And he pulls out a suppository. I knew where the hearing aid was. It's all good though, because I got to stand up at my daughter's wedding in the spring as a maid of honor. Great honor. Standing up there with 5 other beautiful beautiful, gorgeous young women in a black tie cocktail dress. I can guarantee you one thing, I'm the only one who spent more money on what was under the dress than the dress itself. I could just hear them as I was walking down the aisle in the pews whispering to each other, you know, wow, she looks good, look at her, how great she looks. But don't you think she'll be blue in the face? Acceptance. Third area of my life when I had to practice acceptance when I donated my kidney to my husband and the consequences of that. I never realized how much DNA would be affected when now we do have to fight for the Kleenex boxes when we watch sad movies. I do have to hide my chocolates. And the challenge is when I do go to places, now I'm lighter on one side, it takes me longer as I have tendency to turn in circles. Things women will do to lose 2 pounds. Honey, is anything else you want? You got my heart, my kidney, I got it, ready to go. It's the only thing we have 2 of. But anyway, it's quite funny, we learned to laugh quite a bit about it, but there was a crisis a year after transplant where he went into rejection. And but we quickly concluded, the doctors and I, that due to the kidney was Quebecois, they were trying to separate them. Now you can see how I've practiced acceptance through transitioning from francophone to anglophone, by accepting the effect of aging and being over 40, and by the consequences of donating my kidney to my husband. Why don't you learn to do the same at the things you cannot change and practice a little bit acceptance by coping with laughter?